much. Okay, folks, let's get right to it before we go to Dick Morris. Hillary was on her plane yesterday, and the topic of her husband's infidelity. But it's not about her husband's infidelity. I don't care about Jennifer Flowers. I don't care about Monica Lewinsky, except how they trashed both of them. Hillary trashing Jennifer Flowers, prominently back when he was running the first time. I care about the sexual assault accusations and the trashing and the hiring of the PIs, and George Stephanopoulos even said they had to destroy these women during the campaign. So that's what bothers me. But here's what came up.
Do you, as someone who presumably wants more women to run for and win office and high office, feel any obligation, if Trump brings up your husband's past, to speak out against a spouse's indiscretions or past being brought into a campaign like this?
No.
Okay. She's so clever, isn't she? Well, she's getting away with it. She actually, in the debate on national TV before 80 million people, accuses Trump of being a misogynist, and she's winning. When her husband is the greatest of all time. And she, I agree with Trump, is an enabler, and I agree with the women who I've interviewed them all. I agree that they were trashed and threatened when they claimed they were. I believe them, by Hillary. And she's winning this because of the media. Here's more.
Donald Trump today invokes your husband's impeachment as evidence that he says the Clintons are, quote, the sordid past, and his presidency would be, quote, the bright and very clean future. Wondering if you have any response to that comparison.
No. Look, he can say whatever he wants to say, as we well know. We have seen it in real time over the last many months. And I'm going to keep running my campaign, talking about what I think the American people are interested in.
But Madam Secretary, you're the one who brought it up at the debate. So what the heck are you talking about? Shh. So Donald Trump was asked, hey, what if you bring up Bill Clinton, then they might bring up your marriage.
If it does come up, though, in the next debate, do you think maybe your past marital history is also fair game?
I guess. I mean, they can do, but it's a lot different than his, that I can tell you. I mean, we have a situation where we have a president who was a disaster, and he was ultimately impeached over it, in a sense, for lying. And so we'll see whether or not we discuss it.
You're not worried about your past history at all?
No, not at all. I have a very good history.
All right, so now you heard Donald say, yeah, if they bring up my marriage, they bring up my marriage. So Jake Tapper is a perfect example of what the mainstream media is doing here. It's so bizarre. It is so bizarre. They try to obfuscate. They try to say, oh, it's all about, well, what difference does it make if Bill Clinton had extramarital affairs? Kathleen Willey said he groped me in the Oval Office. Juanita Broderick said he raped me. Paula Jones said he took it out. And right on down the line, there are others. And then they say their lives were ruined by Hillary's trashing and slashing machine. So this is not about extramarital affairs. But here's Jake Tapper, a stooge media, liberal media stooge, if ever there was one. Watch.
Kelly, I'm not one for really bringing in people's personal lives. It doesn't seem to me that Donald Trump, whose extramarital exploits filled tabloid after tabloid in the 80s and 90s and more, has really that much of a moral high ground when it comes to the question of his rival's husband's infidelity. What am I missing here?
What are you missing here? You're a paid stooge. You know what you're missing. Are you that stupid? Are you really that dumb? You can't be, Jake. You know what you're missing here. It's not about infidelity. It's not about infidelity at all. But that's the only way you can skirt around it, so that's what you'll do. And you'll never put these women on your show the way you were all clamoring to have this Miss Universe on. The sex woman who has a sex show, the woman who was accused by a judge, again, of threatening him in Venezuela, a woman who was accused of driving a getaway car during a murder, a woman who told the Washington Post that even before she ever got to the Miss Universe pageant, for a year before, she was bulimic and vomiting up her food. So, blame Donald Trump all you want and plead ignorance, but the public could see through you.